Round 5 of the Fiesta ST Trophy, following, of course, the BTRDA rounds, brings us to Carlisle for the DMAC Carlisle stages. And it's Sam Billam who still comes here in the lead of the championship. Cameron Davies hot on his heels, and Tim Rogers keeping them honest as well. We've got a whole host of competitors who could, in the second half of the season, turn something around. And Kielder-Forest is notorious for doing just that. Let's see what happens out on those stages. Onto the stages then, and it would be the early lead for Cameron Davies and Lee Taylor. But things were not going all their own way this time out. Cameron did have a fight on your hands back there for a short while. Now Tim's dropped back, so it looks like you've got it all your own way for the next few.
I don't know yet. We'll just have to. It's a long rally. Got to get to the end. We took it cautiously this morning. I mean, the stage is really rough, very loose. You're just playing it safe and hopefully get to the end.
Tim KIRVAN-RODGERS and Abby HAYCOCK make a good start to the event in the green machine, chasing Davies for the lead. But sadly, a spin would see them stuck in a ditch briefly, enough to drop them back on the times. Still second place for the pair though, but the gap increased somewhat. Tim, it finally looked like you were honouring this green colour scheme with a performance of the old days, and then all of a sudden you dropped back. Problems?
We had a spin. Our plan today was maximise on the fact that George wasn't here and just take the second place point. So we went for a steady start and just to keep our place there. And second stage, the long one, we had a bit of a... Well, we started to enjoy ourselves, and I thought we'll have a bit of a go in here, and then we had a spin on a hairpin. Silly schoolboy error, just coming in too fast, and I thought I could have taken my foot off the brake, and I thought I'll just let it brake and stop itself, and we'll three-point turn. But the front just dropped into a ditch, and we couldn't get out, and it felt like the spectators didn't really want to jump to help us straight away, unfortunately, so we were sat there for quite some time, it seemed, so that annoyed me a bit. But apart from that, we're all right. We had a good, clean run through the next stage. I think we're still in second, so we're just going to go out this afternoon and just... Abby's birthday this weekend, so we're just going to chill out, and Abby's been trying to swap her seat for a chaise lounge so she can chill out for the weekend, so...
Well, we'd quite like to see that fight again, so if you could just make that time back, that would be good.
Yeah, I mean, there's another longer stage. I like longer stages. There's a 15-miler this afternoon, so we can have a bit of a play, can't we?
Cheers. Championship leaders coming into this round, Sam Billam and Richard Crozier, make a steady start. They do bend a couple of wheels, but somehow come away without any punctures. Sam, you do come here as championship leader in the Fiesta ST Trophy. You've got to get some points in the bag to maintain that lead.
That's the plan. We've had an interesting morning. It's a bit rough in places. We managed to bend 2 wheels. Thankfully, no punctures. Seem to be doing okay, and see if we can push on a little bit this afternoon, see how it goes.
Well, if you can come to Kielder and bend wheels and not get punctures, that bodes well.
That is the plan. Well, it wasn't the plan, but it's better than what it was. Yeah. Thank you.
And for Tom Easton and Ian Bevan, it will be 4th. A good, clean run, making sure they get to the end this weekend. How's the fight for Fiesta ST Trophy going back here?
Yeah, it's going good. Yeah, we were nice and clean through there. It was, yeah, no worries at all. It was all good and good time. So it's all right. Yeah.
Good stuff. Managing to stay puncture free, because of course with the supply of tyres that you have, it's very important.
Yeah, very limited. So yeah, we're puncture free at the moment, and hopefully it will stay that way. But yeah. Thank you very much.
So at the end of the morning stages, the results in the Fiesta ST Trophy in Carlisle look like this. Well, you've seen the action out on the stages, and now I'm joined by one of the men behind the Fiesta ST Trophy, John Pritchard. John, you and Ian Arden have done a fantastic job of getting these cars, which looked like being obsolete at the end of last season, back out and actually competing for something relevant.
Yeah, it's been great, really, and it all came about from when I did Rally GB last year, because it was the last year of homologation for the Fiestas, so we set up a championship for them, sponsored by Copart, and really a lot of people decided that we should have a championship this year. So Ian came on board and we set the championship with the BTRDA, and the response has been brilliant, really, and the cars are so good. And the main aim behind it was really to give the experienced drivers the chance to compete in Fiestas against each other, which was nowhere really for them to go, but as also to set something up so the juniors could have a stepping stone into the BRC, which is when DMAC came on board and provided the free tyre deal for the BRC championship for the juniors. So yeah, it's all worked out really well. So
of course, the championship follows the BTRDA, which, given the variety of events and of cars competing and some of the names that are in the BTRDA, it's probably a very good proving ground in which to base the ST Challenge.
Yeah, I mean, it's really been an excellent platform for the juniors, because the real surprising thing is the leading crews in the Fiestas this year are finishing just outside the top 20, which N3 cars really have been around the sort of top 50. So they're proving their pace and they're beating some really quick cars. So it's provided a brilliant platform.
And of course, you've managed to entice Cameron Davies back out of motor racing and into rallying. And I mean, even just looking back at the event that we're talking on now, the Carlisle stages, second in the Silver Star. So your boys are actually making an impact on the wider results as well.
Yeah, I think Cameron's opened the eyes up of a lot of the people about how quick the Fiestas can be and how quick he's going. And he's having a little battle with George Lepley, who isn't out today, but he's been pushed hard by him. So that, yeah, it's really proving what the cars can do. And Cameron's got his 3-year plan. He's come into the championship. He's come in to win it because he wants to get into the junior.
But then I've sat alongside Tim, and I know that Tim Rogers doesn't go out not to win things either. So I think although he's started steady and he's sort of building his way up, I think he's definitely in with a fighting chance. So it's not a one-way fight by any means at this stage of the season.
No, not at all. And I competed against Tim on Rally GB, so I know he's quick. So it just shows you how quick Cameron and George are going, and Tim doesn't hang about, and he'll be up there before the end of the year.
So we like to think of ourselves here at Special Stage as rally TV by proper rally people, and I guess that you and Ian can say the same for the Fiesta ST Trophy. It's a proper championship by proper rally people, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we're running it as competitors ourselves, for competitors, and really, Ian does a great job and he looks after the lads a huge amount. So it's a really good championship for both experienced and juniors. We're running things like we're running a pace note day for the juniors to help them get up to speed on pace notes for the BRC. So there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes, and we've got Mintech support, and also we got some exciting new overalls as a prize for a promising young driver at the end of the year. So we got a lot of prizes, which is enticing a lot of drivers as well.
On to the afternoon stages, and we unfortunately lose Tom Eason and Ian Bevan with mechanical failure in stage 4. That stage would also be the end of the road for Tim KIRVAN-RODGERS and Abby Haycock. They take a cut too far and too deep, putting a hole in the sump. The end of the road for them too. That would mean then second place for Sam Billum and Richard Crozier, a result that sees them continue to maintain their lead of the championship standings going into round 6. But for this weekend, it will be victory for Cameron Davies and Lee Taylor. They will be on home territory for the next round, so the expectations, of course, would be high.
And 6 right into 4 left in over crest, choose a 4 left in over crest, 30, 6 right into 5 left on cut, and 4 right nips, watch your nips into 3 left on cut, 4 right, 5 right, and caution 4 left over crest, small crest, slow, and 2 right tightens, 2 right tightens into 1.
So 5 stages down in the Fiesta ST Trophy this season. The results at the top of the championship standings look like this.
Cameron Lee, that is another good result to add to the tally. What a great season you had so far.
Yeah, it's been great so far. What a challenging day, though. I mean, it's been like the Acropolis Rally today. We've had massive rocks, you know. We've had to nurse the car to the end. When we got to midday service, we didn't realise, the rad had a hole in it. So the last minute, the boys worked their butts off to get a new rad in. They had the whole front end of the car off. So, well done to them. So then we sort of nursed it to the end, but then we discovered then a top mount had gone as well into the last 2 stages. So with that increasing, getting worse through the corners, we had to nurse the car, especially all on the left-hand corners. It was just taking a hammering. So, no, I was so tough to get it to the end.
Lee, tense in the car at times?
Very tense. It was, like Cameron says, a really rough rally, so it was hard to get through, but I just nursed it through the last couple of stages and put it back home.
Sam, Richard, still leading the championship after the Carlisle stage. Just a little bit of luck there, but given drop scores, you've got a fight on your hands going into the second half of this series.
It's looking like it, yeah. I mean, we're getting quicker and quicker every event, more time in the car. This afternoon felt better than this morning. Again, just still getting used to it. Pushing where we could, but a bit rough in places, so not taking any silly risks.
I think he's going to have to take a few more risks, don't you, Richard, to get to the end of this season with that title?
We're pushing on. I mean, the learning curve's been like that the whole way, so we're definitely starting to knock on the door a bit. We went into this event looking to get second in this event. We've done that, so it's just a case of giving Cam a bit more of a run for his money in the second half, and if we keep going this rate, I think we've got a fighting chance of doing so. So looking forward to the second half of the season.
Knowing Cameron as I do, he will enjoy having a run for his money as well. We're looking forward to it too. We'll see you next round.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Well, that result means that we leave Carlisle with Sam Billum still in the lead of the championship without dropped scores taken into account, of course. Cameron Davies still fighting, and when Cameron Davies is still fighting, we've got an exciting second half of the season to go 5 rounds down. Of course, the Fiesta ST Trophy follows the Ravenel BTRDA Rally Series. So next up, it's the Nicky Grist stages. And I've got a feeling we've got a heck of a fight on our hands. Fingers crossed for good luck for Tim and for George, who will return for that rally as well. The fight goes on for the Fiesta ST Trophy. See you next time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 700.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Abigail Haycock. I'm drawing it out because I'm too early. Happy birthday to you.
And open Herbin left entries.
Shit, it is as well.